Once again, greetings YouTube. Hello Smoothies. I see you're in the chat. Having all sorts of issues, something we're trying to get our heads round. So let me pop chat out. And I shall go to OBS and see what's going on. All that seems to be working. Hey, Monkey Jesus, how's it going, bud? Right, what I've done is I've dropped a new link in all of Discord. Hey, hi, Velo, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, we've been having some technical issues as usual. There we go. I can pull my screen across there and I can see the chat now, which is lovely. Okay, so the idea was to have spinny wheel. I've not understand why. Well, yeah, all sorts of issues I've been having. Something it might be something to do with my connection. Hiya, Smoothie. Yeah, all right, buddy. But it's fine now. Yeah, I think it's just trying to do too much. What I might do is for the next test stream, I'll try and get it to. Yeah, hiya, bug. Yeah, I had issues. I'll try it plugged in downstairs and see. It doesn't seem to be able to pick up, cope with the extra things. Hey. All is well. Glad it's up and running. Yeah. So I was going to do a retro chit chat. It's something I've been. Oh, do you like that, Chris? Also, anybody who's watching, if you haven't already, if you look in the description down below of this video, there should be a link to the Bug Army store for your hats, t-shirts, mugs, mouse mats, which is actually what that is. I just stole the picture, Chris, sorry. And a link to the Novabug Patreon page as well, so you can join the Bug Army. Now, the idea was just to have a chat with guys, not famous YouTubers, about their retro experience as such. So, yeah, we'll work on that at some stage, Mikey. This is a work in progress that Mikey Smith's helping me with, and Monkey, obviously. So eventually, when I do the pub quiz, which is I'm hoping to do it on camera, it should be awesome. So yeah, the idea is like just a retro chit chat and asking about people different. So I may as well just start with my own. So if you've got any questions for me and stuff like that, no problem, just fire away. I'll try and pick those up. But obviously, I've got I'd still, a little chit chat really for you. This is hopefully something. I can hear my dogs outside. Something that will become a regular. I'm thinking maybe Thursday night. No, it wasn't the CPC. I'm impervious. No, my first machine was a ZX81. I actually was gutted because I wanted a Atari 2600 because my mate had one. So I minded my mum for ages about it, and she did the old parents. The salesman obviously spoke to her and said, "Oh, he needs a computer for his school and homework and stuff like that." And she come home with a ZX81. Now, it was a pretty awesome machine for programming because it was programming to me was a new thing, and it was 1981 when I got it. And it had the RAM pack wobble, which I got, and it also had the my favourite game on it was actually called 3D Defender. I don't know what it was. It was a JK Graysoft, I think it was. They did 3D Monster Maze as well, and that was an absolutely awesome game to me because it was 3D. I'd not seen 3D really properly before. I did want a 2600, but me mate had one. We played, what's that jungle game? Pitfall. And that sold me on the 2600. But I ended up with the ZX81, and I actually learned to program on that in BASIC. So that was my first machine. I had then one of a mate of mine. He was a sound dude, but he was bloody rich, and Pitfall and Keystone Capers are the best on the 2600. I agree. He was very rich, and he'd have a new machine all the time. It was really annoying. So, but I got to play on them, which was cool. Could try Monkey on voice. Could give it a go if you're up for it, Monkey. I'd have to pause the stream on OBS. So, are you up for that, Monkey? Sure. Right. Let's see if I can get him on vocal then. Just bear with me. I'll do that, and do a voice call with him.
Hey.
Hi, mate.
Hopefully this is working now.
Well, we'll see. Let me go over to the chat and have a quick scan. Dish and Okay, that's there, that's there, that's there. Where's my chat window? Working.
Super.
Excellent. Yes, you can be heard. So I've just explained my what my first system was. What was your first machine?
Yeah, no, mine was the 2600. My mum bought that, and I was arcade mad. We used to go over to the Wolfton campus on a Sunday. My parents go for a drink and that, and I'd go upstairs to the arcades. And yeah, no, so I was always computer mad. So my mum eventually caved in and got a 2600.
Awesome.
Yeah, I guess I remember we had Miss Pac-Man, which was on a lot. And I got quite good at that, and my mum enjoyed that one as well. So me and my mum used to play that 2-player. And what else did we have? We had Centipede, which was fun. We also had ET, which
Oh dear.
I enjoyed, but could never figure out. But I enjoyed it for some weird reason.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So did you have to go to the desert and dig it out of the out the ground to get your copy?
I think we were one of the ones that were sold. Yeah, no, we actually bought it at the time, but yeah, no, I could not figure that game out for the life of me.
Yeah, it was confusing. So, which was your favourite game? Did you say on the 26?
It's probably Miss Pac-Man.
Miss Pac-Man. Yeah, it was. It was a good one. The actual Pac-Man itself that
Oh,
came
that was a
out.
good one.
Yeah, it didn't
That
look
was
right.
it.
But
It didn't.
yeah,
But Miss Pac-Man looked fairly credible, from what I remember at least.
yeah.
Centipede was fairly easy enough for the 2600 to do, so it was fairly decent. I remember also getting Star Raiders, but we didn't have the keypad because you needed a keypad for Star Raiders, and we could never play it. So I bought Star Raiders with my birthday money or whatever, and then couldn't play it because we didn't have a keypad.
Yeah. Oh.
So yeah. There was a few like that. I bought a few that weren't actually 2600 compatible. So I was only young. I would have probably been about 5 or 6, so I didn't really have a clue. So yeah, no, there was a few mishaps with the 2600. Then we got the ZX81, same as you. But unfortunately, we got one game to play on it, and I can't remember what it was.
What type of game was it?
Oh, I couldn't tell you. It was probably a RAM expanded one because we had the 16K RAM pack.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but no, I couldn't tell you what the game actually was. The one game that we loaded once. Because you got to set the volume just so. But the ZX81, if you had a dodgy tape recorder, it wasn't how to load.
Oh, I know. You had to set the tone control, didn't you, on it?
Yeah, the tone control, and get your volume. And like I say, once. The rest of the time, I was trying to type stuff out from the manual. And I think that we used to get Input magazine as well.
I remember that, yeah.
And occasionally there would be like stuff for the ZX81, but not that often. It would be normally the bigger machines, but yeah, occasionally there'd be stuff for the ZX81, so I type that.
Ah, awesome. Mods in the chat if you can. There's no limits on this stream. I don't care about swearing and stuff like that, so just feel free to just allow all the comments, please. So what came after your ZX81?
Well, that would have been the Amstrad.
Do you remember what year, roughly?
That would have been 86, yeah. Yeah, and that was just a moment of utter joy. What a moment! I was beside myself. I think if we'd had sort of phones back in the day that we could have recorded me on, it would have gone viral because I went nuts.
Yeah.
Just brilliant. absolutely brilliant. Just yeah, switching it on. I'm trying to think. I've been trying to think for ages what the first game I played was. I think it was the 3D Buckball. I think
Yeah.
that would have been or it might have been 3D Stunt Rider. It's one of them two. It's one of them two was the first one, and either way, I was hooked. Because obviously, coming from the 2600 via this, the ZX81, the
I was going to
Amstrad.
say, would you say the ZX81 was a step down from the 2600?
It kind of was, but it gave me a flavour for how computers worked, I guess. It gave me an idea at least, and that's sort of what to expect. So
Yeah.
me and my dad were always typing in stuff from AA and ACU. So he'd read it and I'd type it, or vice versa. I was normally better at typing than him, so it'd normally be me typing. So we'd run it, and it'd be syntax error in line 230. And so you edit 230, blah 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 blah. Oh right, yeah, it's 0F, not 0A. Right, run. And then you go down the program, sort of bug fixing, and just be like, and then eventually it would run, and it'd be like completely let down.
Yeah. I mean, my mate had like I said, he had loads of machines. He had a Dragon 32 at one stage, and he used to read out of the books, and I'd type it because I was a better typer than him. But we didn't speech marks and things like that. We didn't know the actual words for them, so we called them thingies and whatsits. So thingies were speech marks, and whatsits was.
Yeah, no, I was lucky because my dad knew all the what they were called, the inverted commas and the ats, and he knew all the lingo. So I was lucky. I learned it.
Yeah. Novabug just made a comment which is so true. You'd have a magazine and you type something in. I mean, I remember seeing VG had typings, and you'd be there typing for ages, and it still wouldn't work, and it was perfect. And then about 2 months later, they'd say, "Oh, we did this wrong."
Yeah, by the way, in last month's typing, or a couple of months typing, this line was wrong. Yeah.
Were you a CMVG fan?
I was, yeah, and I had a few copies. I always liked the Ollie Fay artwork. It was always drew me towards DNG, and it always had lots of stuff about Neo Geo, stuff about sort of PC Engine and sort of exotic stuff like that. So I was always drawn to CMVG. Yeah. There was a lot to like about CMVG. Sort of later at Ace magazine as well.
Ace magazine? I've not heard of that one.
Ace was Future Publishing from about 89. I want to say 88, 89 to about 1991, I think.
Yeah.
Someone will know that. But Ace was the other one, and like I say, I always like reading it because you'd see sort of stuff you wouldn't normally see, and if you were just reading Amstrad magazine.
Yeah. So I'll just allow that. Sorry, allowing that from Velociraptor. He said the C word, but I don't care. Rachel, I thought I gave you a spanner as well, but I'll have to spanner you up as well in a sec. It was. What other magazines did you? Because I remember Input, and what else was that?
We didn't get any from whilst it was just Input when we had the ZX81, but then we got the Amstrad, we got ACU. I think we got one or two copies of Amtix, and then the rest was just AA. And then we used to get PCW, Personal Computing Weekly, as well. So and I used to get Commodore magazines quite often. I got quite a few copies of that. So I devoured any information really at the time. It was any information I could get. And magazines we didn't have the internet, did we? So it was magazines was all the info. So
that was it. What was the there was that weekly one as well, wasn't there?
PCW, Personal Computing Weekly. That's the one we got. That was a Future Publishing one. The same people did Amstrad Action.
There you go, Rachel. You are now spannered. There you go. It's it's I don't know how the guys do it. This watching the chat and watching. All mods and new mods, etc. Any swearing and all that, just allow it. You know what? I don't care, and obviously, I'll leave you guys to deal with any trolls if they turn up. Furlong. So after the Amstrad, did you have experience of other 8-bit machines?
Yeah, later on, after my mum left, it was just me and my dad. And me and my dad used to go to the car boot sale at Milton Keynes Hospital every Sunday. And yeah, we'd buy stuff. He'd get guitars, I'd get computer stuff. And one day we saw a Commodore 64, and I was like, Dad, and he was like, go on, your birthday's coming up. So I got a Commodore 64. And I remember like it always kept dying because there's an internal fuse, and it was a glass internal fuse, and that glass internal fuse kept blowing like regular as clockwork. Especially if it's been on a while, and then it just stopped doing it. We put a fuse in it one day, and it was just right till the time I got rid of it. But yeah, no, I love my C64 to bits, and we'd get games for all the systems we had at that point. We had the Commodore 64, an Amstrad, and the ST. So the car boot sale was always a fun time, and there's all this good stuff to buy for cheap, especially for the sort of 8-bit machines.
Yeah.
And there was a guy that I'm sure that there was a guy in one of the stalls there. He must have worked at like a duplication place, computer games, because he'd bring all the seconds with him, all the stuff that they normally throw away. But he'd get stuff for EA and Domark, and yeah, there was like he'd always have like discs and stuff. So
that's awesome.
He'd sell them as blank discs for like $3 for $5 or whatever. So we'd just choose like this game, Zybots, Chuck Yeager's Flight Sim, and something else, and yeah.
That's cool. The only thing like free I used to get was we had McVitie's near us in Manchester, and I used to get the misshaped biscuits. That's the only freebies I got.
Oh yeah, no, we used to get those from the market, the bags of misshaped biscuits. Yeah.
So you went from you had the C64 at the same time as your CPC.
Yeah, and we had the ST as well. And yeah, I suppose it was we got the ST later, obviously, but I'm trying to think of some of the games I used to play on that. I used to play Overlander, Road Blasters, and what else? Buggy Boy. What me and my dad used to do, we used to put Yngwie Malmsteen on the record.
Oh, I love Yngwie.
So do I, yeah. And like we'd put Faster Than Light on and play Buggy Boy, and it just went so well with it, and it was just it was class. Yeah.
Oh, that is class. That is class. That'd be a good video to make, wouldn't it? Music to a certain game. That'd be absolutely awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Buggy Boy on the ST was just superb, and yeah. What was the other one? Was it Bomboozle? Bomboozle was cool. The Star Glider as well with that intro. Star Glider.
Yeah, I remember Star Glider. Yeah. My brother had an ST, and he bought the usual stuff. Just go into the comments just to say, Mikey, if we get a code 660, just kick him. You know what to do, mate. Banhammer. And Nova Bogal, it's part of OBS, that code for your YouTube count. And I don't know, did you get YouTube up on your laptop there, Mikey? Sorry, Monkey.
Monkey, yeah. I've got it, mate, yeah.
Yeah, did you see me surrounding? I said that's actually the manual, the Amstrad manual that my brother scanned in. Yeah, which is pretty cool. So
I like the quick shot as well.
Yeah. Well, that's the one I modded. That's I put in it's got micro switches, and I rerouted the up button to the B button on it. so I can do jumps on platform games
Oh,
by
yeah.
button. Yeah,
Can you switch it as well?
yeah, yeah,
Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and with the micro switches, you got that arcade feel as well. So yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
No,
Yeah,
I
nice.
love micro switches. I mean, the one joystick I'd love to own. I don't know what your favourite was. I only tried it once and I loved it. And my mate had it, and it was called the Tac 2. I don't know if you remember it. It was like a silver thing.
No, it's not one. It's not one I remember. No. See, we normally had a quick shot, but I did favour the old conic speaking.
Mm.
Yeah, the old stud. I really enjoyed that. So I think it sort of fitted my hand quite well at the time. So yeah,
That was your weapon of choice.
it was, and I could get the waggle on quite well with it. So I think, but yeah, it'd normally be one of the quick shots, and you'd try and stick it to the desk, and it would just sort of any amount of waggle, and it'd just come loose, and it'd be like, oh, flip.
Yeah.
You've got like sticky, like wet rings all over your desk. But yeah, no, it was normally the quick shot, or the cheater, one of the cheapies.
Yeah, I mean, I had to struggle for years with the JY1, so that's one thing I'd love to
Um,
micro switch.
me and my dad opened our JY1 because it stopped working, and it turned out like, he was using drawing pins for contacts.
Yeah,
So janky, and that was out the factory. That was new. That was how it was made with drawing pins, and we were just fooling about because like such a mess. You know what I mean? Using drawing pins, and that was from the factory as well. We hadn't done that.
yeah.
We were just like, right, okay, that'd be why it's not working. We get a new one.
Yeah. No, it's some of the stuff that Amstrad made, it was pants. Let's be honest, but the machines
I
held
have to
up.
say, the machines themselves were rock solid. Ours was bomb proof. It really was.
Yeah,
Mind you, so we had an Amstrad telly as well, and that was pretty good, and an Amstrad VCR, and that was okay. So yeah.
yeah. Velociraptor says £95 for one of those on eBay. I think that's the one I was talking about, possibly.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I think it was a bit of a Rolls Royce of joysticks, the Tac 2, but I just loved the look of it.
Well, I never heard of it. Then yeah,
Yeah, oh,
well out.
yeah. I think Ashens did a video on joysticks. I'm sure he did, or somebody did. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, here we go. Velociraptor with the knowledge. It says the Tac 2 totally accurate controller.
nice.
So that's
It sounds serious.
yeah, it sounds really serious. Chinny's done
Like,
it. Yeah, it was Chinny Vision. So if you go to Chinny Vision's channel, he's done, I think, 2 videos on joysticks. So you might have a look at it there.
yeah.
But he's not covered the Tac 2. Who has it? I'm sure, was it Miss Madeleine? I'm sure she's got a Tac 2. Another YouTuber.
Oh, yeah, I watched the Bad Lemon, yeah. I watched
Yeah.
her.
So did you experience the Amiga?
I did indeed, yeah. When I was living in Aylesbury, so I would have been in mid-teens. I got an A500 from a second-hand shop in Aylesbury, and I had a quite a nice little software library for the Amiga. Trying to remember what I used to play most though. No, I definitely had an emulator for Commodore 64 for the Amiga. I ordered it, it was mail order. So yeah, I ordered that, and BMX sim at sort of -1 frames per second on a stock sort of A500. Yeah. Around that time, I also had a SNES with a magic card, which and I had about 150 games for that on disc.
Yeah. So you weren't scared of piracy and all the TV adverts we had.
Oh well, Yeah, no, most of my Amiga discs weren't legit for sure. But I didn't actually copy. I bought the Magic card and SNES with the discs, so I didn't actually do any sort of piracy. So, but yeah.
No, I was a bugger for it, so I was a bugger for piracy, so
But yeah,
I can't talk. But just so you know, just so you've got the image in your mind now, Monkey. Mikey is
mm,
actually in the bath while he's watching us.
lovely.
Yeah, so
You
it's
got a
his
rough
bits and he'll scrub them as hard as he likes. Yeah. Any other
I was
questions in the chat, by the way? Just put it up and I'll see if I can catch it, guys, for Monkey or for myself. I don't mind. So, the console wars. Where were you in the console wars?
I was firmly in the Mega Drive camp. Even though I had a SNES later on when I was younger, I was definitely Mega Drive. My mate Tristan Kerrigan had a Mega Drive and he had Road Rash. And as soon as I saw Road Rash, I was like, yeah, no. And the same when I saw Sonic as well, really. Sonic was just like, yeah, Sonic and Road Rash. I was like, yeah, I need a Mega Drive.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I was the
Road
same. I was the same. I went. I actually imported one. When they came out in Japan and Asia, I there was importers in Stoke, I think it was Stoke on Trent, and I travelled all the way
yeah,
down there to get one, and I got an Asian Mega Drive that would play both. It would play anything, and
yeah.
I got what did I get with it? Oh, my favourite shoot 'em up, Thunder Force 3. But what
Ooh,
sold me
no.
on the Mega Drive was actually playing in the arcades, Golden Axe. And then I saw the Mega Drive version in CMVG or something like that, and I was like, gotta get it, gotta get it.
Well, I think one of our teachers at school, we went round his house for some reason. It was legitimate, nothing dodgy. But yeah, we went round his house and he had a Mega Drive and he had Sonic on it, and I was just like, wow, wow. Because Sonic at the time in 1991 was a big flipping deal. It was, yeah, it was just next level, wasn't it? I don't know if you remember, but
Oh
it was
God,
just,
mate, yeah, I certainly remember. Yeah,
yeah.
it was an explosion when Sonic hit the scene, wasn't it? Really, for the Mega
It
Drive.
really was. It really lived up to the hype because people are saying, here's this amazing game that just looks amazing and is just miles beyond like 8-bit stuff. And there it was. Exactly that, you know. And
So what did you
it
sell
was
to get? What did you sell to get a Mega Drive?
the Amstrad.
Oh, oh!
Yeah, no,
I
my
think
dad.
Chris is on a break, so you know, I don't think he heard. Oh, Gamer Lass is
um,
saying she had the Master System and then the Mega Drive. Oh,
yeah, yeah, I think a lot of people went that route, didn't they?
yeah,
I always saw they had the Mega Drive, not the Mega Drive, the Master System in Woolies, and I always like looking at the games, and I was always attracted towards Ninja. Was it? Yeah, it was Ninja, wasn't it?
mm,
Yeah,
yeah,
I was always into that, and Rocky. Rocky's another one I remember.
yeah.
Those two Master System games, but yeah. Um, so yeah, no, like definitely Mega Drive, and then like yeah. But then when I got my SNES, I used to like Shadowrun. Shadowrun was amazing. What a game! SNES Shadowrun. Um, just yeah, my cup of tea. That sort of game. I played it recently and just didn't have a clue, but at the time it was amazing. And also International Superstar Soccer. That was just so arcadey. I loved it.
Yeah,
Um, and probably Super Mario All Stars because yeah, it just had everything.
yeah.
Stuff
I
that
know.
we
Novabug was a SNES man.
Yeah, no, like I'm just glad I own one really because I've always had a fondness for SNES. I've got a portable. I think it's a PXP.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and it's a portable Mega Drive. I want a SNES, portable SNES, but obviously Nintendo being the way they are and being as litigious as they are, no one's going to produce a handheld SNES. But I'd love one. I might get myself a Retro Pie.
Yeah, well, if you've seen my videos, I'm big on the old Raspberry Pi. I've got an
Yeah.
arcade machine now, and I put one inside. I made my own Mega Drive Mini because I couldn't wait. I put one inside a Spectrum case.
It seems nuts putting a pie into an arcade cabinet, really, doesn't
Oh, I
it?
know, but it does the job. It really does. I've
Yeah, no. Once you've got it all hooked up, and but it's just it's the size thing, really. I think it's the scale. You think how big a PCB board was, and or even just running a PC tower in it like you would like 10 years ago. But you put it in, it's the size of a credit card nowadays. It's
Yeah.
nuts.
Oh, I know it's crazy. I mean, I put inside the Spectrum. I've got the same as what Mikey Smith's got. I forget the name of it. I always forget the name of it. The recreated Spectrum, and I put
Yeah,
a Raspberry Pi Zero inside, just with Spectrum and the other 8-bit systems similar to it. And like I said, the Raspberry Pi Zero was even smaller. It's ridiculous.
yeah, they're incredibly small, and it's like, yeah. I've
So
seen, yeah, the zero is, yeah, it's about the size of an SSD, isn't it? The zero.
yeah,
It's,
oh yeah,
it's,
yeah,
it's,
it's tiny. It's absolutely tiny. The
it's nuts.
what's on your shopping list then?
Wow. Oof. But in the immediate future would be a power supply for me computer, because that's kind of kibosh me. My main rig's gone down, but beyond that, I'm thinking possibly 464, possibly with a DDI3. Yeah, I think that's probably on the, well, I'd say in the next year at least.
Yeah. So
Obviously,
if yeah,
finances done.
let me just do a quick pitch. If there's anybody in the chat or anybody know of a free CPC going that's it's sat around doing nothing,
Well,
feel free
it doesn't
to
have to be
contact Monkey
free.
Jesus.
It doesn't have to be free, like, but yeah.
With no, go for free, mate.
DM me.
Definitely DM him. So yeah, somebody mentioned before, and I forgot to mention it with the Sonic thing. Obviously, you've seen the Sonic GX. Uh,
Oh yeah,
how
man.
awesome does that look?
I think I posted it to Zypho's when as soon as I saw it in my feed, I was like, ooh, yeah, that's exciting. I think, well, that stuff like Pinball Dreams, the Batman Group and Vespertino and the Pinball Dreams and Sonic GX, it's just all good. It's the picture's rosy really for the CPC. There's people out there still giving it the beans.
Well, this is it. I mean, we've just had Novabug and Zypho on the
Yeah.
obviously on the retro dev. There was some pretty good games that actually came out. I was
Well,
it, and
it
they,
is.
yeah, they did it in 7 weeks.
That's crazy. Going, so you imagine some of these university students, they're going to be what, in their 20s, 18, 19, 20. They're never going to have heard of a CPC, or if they have, they've heard it because their dad had one, or it's going to be secondhand. So they come into it blind, and then create something from scratch. It's incredible, really.
Oh, it's
It is. It
amazing.
is inspiring for sure.
Yeah, a lot of them use the what's it called that game? CPC Tolera. Now, the one thing
Yeah.
on my wish list is if somebody bloody translated it so that into English or do a similar course, I'd go straight to uni for that. I'd pay for that greatly just to learn how to code. It'd be amazing.
Isn't it like a library, the Tolera library?
Yeah,
Isn't
something
it? It's
like
got
that.
like
Yeah, it's all in C, isn't it?
you've got like sort of code here for a high score table. You've got code here for sort of enemies, isn't it? As far as I understand it, it works like that. So you can just bring in bits from the library that does certain things. But
Yeah.
I I think I'd probably, if someone could show me how to code, I'd get it. But teaching myself, I've failed. Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. So here's a question for you, buddy. If you could make your own game for the Amstrad, what would it be?
Hmm. Might be a racing game. Either be a racing game or a skateboarding game. I don't know.
Possibly
Or
with a
maybe a
monkey?
motorbike game. Yeah, possibly with a monkey, but no. Maybe a bike game like Kickstart or something like that. Something like that, or a hill climber type game with a bike. I don't know. Um,
Oh, here we go. We got a thing off Nova Buggy says CPC Solera is a framework which binds different apps together. Text editing, graphics,
right.
emulator. Yeah, so you were right. Yeah.
I was close. But yeah, no, yeah, that's yeah. Yeah. So I might have to learn about that. But I think I'd like to do. You know what I'd like to do is to actually sort of do, what they call it, reverse engineer split personalities and get
Ah,
some new people, get new people in there. You know what I mean? Get Trump in there, get Corbyn in there, get them all in there for the faces of the day. That'd be sweet.
that would be
I'd love to do
awesome. Yeah. Did I hear rumour there was going to
that.
be a new spitting image?
Boarding. I've just seen that. A new spitting image. Okay.
I did hear rumour of it. I don't know if it's actually. What's up, Mikey? YouTube's auto deleting my comments. Oh, that's
I've
weird.
had that. Yeah. No, I've had that before.
Mm.
Innocuous comments as well. Bloody YouTube.
I know they're doing a lot of damage at the moment. I'm surprised. I mean, if everybody leaves YouTube, at least we'll have a monopoly on our own channels because we've got to learn Switch next.
Yeah.
So, have you got plans to go onto Switch yourself?
Um. Well, I want to sort of not stream as much, to be honest. I want to sort of focus on more sort of content. Traditional content when I'm making videos. I really enjoy that process more than I enjoy streaming. That's not to say I don't enjoy streaming, because I do, but
Hmm.
for my focus is probably going to be making actual content. So
Oh,
um,
that's superb. Yeah.
I've got so many things that I want to sort of talk about. So I suppose it's just sort of working through that list.
Yeah, a bucket list. So,
Yeah, well, in the minute it's just getting the computer sorted so I can start work on the next one. I'm thinking maybe a Commodore one, but it's not coming as easy as the Amstrad one, so I don't know. I might change it.
well, you've got experience of all the machines in your history, so there's nothing to stop you doing them all. It's something I know.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, Chris is moving into that maybe on Switch. So I think I think the main thing is really to just enjoy it. That's the way I'm going. I'm not too worried about making pre-recorded content. I actually prefer doing this, the live streaming, because it's I don't know, just whether you can say it's a performance.
I think, oh no, my phone's ringing.
Who's that?
uh,
Go on, you can answer your phone.
No, I'm alright, mate. The,
Oh, you could have said I'm live streaming. You could have. That would have been funny. Yeah, right now, something. What power supply you after, mate? We'll put that out there, and maybe somebody might have a spare one.
I either an 800 or an 850, because the 750 wasn't up to the task, and the machine would fall over when it was under any sort of extreme load. So yeah,
If anybody's got an 850,
he's ringing my phone now.
if anybody's got an Velociraptor says answer on speaker.
Hang on, gone quiet. Oh, son of. Yeah, no. So 800 watt for the minute is looking like Lucas. My machine's just power hungry as all heck.
Oh, okay, so anybody in the chat knows somebody or has a spare 800 watts, 850 watts, Well, I should imagine anything above that. Power supply for the PC, going spare again. DM Monkey Jesus, and
Yeah, again, not if it doesn't have to be spare because we can pay postage or and whatever else. But yeah, just at the minute, it's just a bit of a far back from the price. I'm just glad I managed to get my last video finished before it went down.
yeah. Now, Monkey, can I just have a chat with you about your music career, which is taking off also?
Oh well, yeah, it kind of is. We're having some success with that. We've recorded an album over the course of this year, and that's been thoroughly enjoyable process, and I've learned so much from it, and it's given me so much. Um, we were going to try and get off the ground doing gigs and that. We had a full lineup. We had a bass player, we had a guitarist, we had a singer. I was a singer. We had a drummer. And we were practicing, but then the bass player left, so kind of put the kibosh on it for a little bit. But we're releasing the album on the 1st of December, and yeah, well, I've got to produce that album, so for the next 2 weeks I'm very, very busy. and I need the computer for it as well, so yeah, that's going to be fun. Trying to get it all sorted without a computer.
Yeah, it's
Well,
difficult.
luckily I've got the laptop. It's not up to the job, but
No, I know what you mean, mate. I've got Cubase and all sorts on this laptop, and it struggles like mad.
yeah, no, I can't manage that stuff on my laptop. It's got to be on the desktop sort of thing. But yeah, no, we've had a tough old journey as a band. We actually lost our bass player like in 2018.
Yeah.
He just suddenly died. He was only young as well, so that kind of all kicked us in the nuts.
Wow, a bit of a spinal tap moment there, mate.
Literally. Well, yeah, no, it was a tough time, and it brought home. It was a year after my mum died, so it was almost sort of a year to the day after. So yeah, it wasn't a good time, but we sort of pulled through. The tough time at the end of this, it was about a year ago. We were all having a hard time, but yeah, I put it back around. And,
I think I'm losing audio, mate.
2019. I've gone quiet. Hang on.
Are you walking about?
No, I'm not. No, it's gone really quiet.
Yeah. Well, Novabug says he enjoyed that video indeed, and 25 Klansman is saying brothers and sisters is class. And
well, yeah. I love the entire album. John Mack's such a good songwriter. And I've been a songwriter for sort of nearly 30 odd years, and yeah, just I've got total respect for the guy, and I love his songs, and I suppose that's what it was all about for me, was just getting John to be encouraged enough to sort of think, okay, let's get this music out there.
yeah,
and it's been a wonderful ride, really.
yeah, it's great. It's certainly something that I miss.
On his mic.
You can see that, can you? Can you type into the chat there?
I can, yeah.
Can you put? Is it possible to put a link in to where your music is?
Ooh, it probably is. Yeah, hang on. I think because I took the phone call, it's switched from speaker to not speaker, so I'd have to speak really close to the mouth.
No, don't worry. Yeah, you think I think they're on SoundCloud, Mikey says. If one of the mods, maybe Gamerlass, can put the link in the
someone
put a link in the chat, so if anybody wants to check it out, that would be great.
Well, we actually found out the other day that when you type Civil Spirits into SoundCloud, we come straight up now, whereas we didn't before. So, yeah, it's coming. It's all coming right.
Oh, fantastic!
We just need Huey Morgan to play us on Six Music now.
Oh, excellent.
You all need to request for Huey Morgan to play something by Civil Spirits, people.
Yeah, plug away, mate. Plug away. I don't mind.
Yeah, no, griefing people. Get on Huey Morgan 6 Music. Get him to play Civil Spirit.
Well, what's the Velociraptor says 5 mods, all to moderate me. What are you scared I'm going to do? Well, there you go, mate. You're a mod as well now. With great power comes great responsibility. There we go.
That's the kiddie. Mikey Smith, come to the rescue.
Thank you,
Cheers,
Mikey, for that. Has anybody got any questions for the Monkey Jesus?
I've got to try and sort this phone out. Right, I'm gonna drop the call and start again because it's gonna put the sound back on. Is that better?
Oh, that sounds a lot better, mate.
Yeah, there you go. I think it's because the phone call cut in. It swapped it to not be the speaker. So
Yeah, I get you.
there you go.
I get you. No worries. So I'll just check the chat now.
Yeah, Mikey came through with a link, so thanks for that, Mikey.
Yeah, appreciate that, Mikey. Thank you very much. Has anybody got any questions before I let this monkey go and do what he's supposed to do? Prompt.
Well, at the moment, the monkey's ready to go to the toilet, but
Oh, poor monkey needs to pee. He needs a monkey pee. Well, you can take your phone with you. I think everybody in the chat needs to hear monkey piss.
Oh no, I don't think anyone needs that.
All right, just one thing. Prompt to get him to talk about retro stuff. Ask him out of all his retro stuff what he still likes playing these days. It's a good question.
Right, yeah, I see that. Right, so I still play all the Amstrad stuff. I've got WinApe and Vice on my laptop, and I had it on my desktop as well. And obviously, I did the video recently, so I've been playing Split Personalities. So a few of those ones I actually stayed for a while and played. When making the video. I've been playing Microprose Soccer, which is bloody hard. I remember being better at Microprose Soccer and international karate, and again, I remember being better at international karate.
I know. That's the one thing I've noticed. I used to be great at Amstrad games, but now when I play them, online especially, I'm hopeless. Absolutely hopeless. Right, one more question, and then I'll let you go for the piss, mate. Mikey's Ask
says,
Monkey.
do I enjoy playing in front of an audience recording? It used to be I liked recording more, but now I like performing more. I'm a lot more comfortable being, in front of people. So, yeah, no, it's definitely performing now. I'm a performing monkey.
Right, I'll let you get going, buddy, because you sound desperate now.
Yeah, I'm glad I haven't got a cat because it probably sat on me bladder at the minute. So, but yeah, nice one, mate. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you so much for joining in, and I'll just have a little chat on with the rest of the guys, and then I'll stop streaming. So I'll end this call now.
I'll catch that. Nice one. Cheers.
Cheers, bud. Bye. Boom, 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 boom. Well, there we go, folks. There we go. Thank you so much to Monkey Jesus. I have, if you've not subscribed to him, he is in the description down below. Yes, I'm glad you enjoyed that, Monkey. It was a little bit easier, actually, I thought, than being on camera for you. Being on camera doesn't bother me. I'm just the same no matter what, but I can understand it being a nervous thing for people. I'm hoping to make this a regular occurrence, getting this side of, like you've just experienced, Monkey Jesus is retro journey, if you wish, and something that I'd like to get people to express more. And hopefully get some sort of video signal going with this. It may be that using Discord is not the way to go. Maybe something like Messenger or something else, another system. I know people use oh god, what's that thick system they use now? Oh, I've forgotten. But anyway, yeah, it was an awesome chat with you, buddy. I appreciate your patience with me. So yeah, if we can make this retro chit chat a regular thing, get everybody else's experiences up, and it'll be pretty cool. Yeah, we could. Mikey says we could play a simple Amstrad game whilst chatting with somebody at the same time. We could. It'll be difficult for me. Yeah, that's the one, Skype. Yeah, it'll be difficult for me because I tend to focus on the chat more than the game. But maybe one of you guys are good at that, and hopefully what we're going to do is get some more people streaming. I know Mikey Smith is going to be streaming at some stage. Monkey's going to stream when he gets sorted. I'm also going to be doing pub quiz, which will be fun. I've tried to get some big names involved as well. I know Neil has said he'd join in, which would be pretty cool. So yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, something a bit different. I'm pretty open to try anything. Just ask my wife or my last two wives before her. But yeah, it's oh, Mikey's ordered his new webcam. Well done, Mikey. That's very good. OSG streams in 45 minutes. If you'd like to put a link in the chat for anybody who doesn't know, feel free to do so to OSG. He's, I'm not sure what he's doing. I think that would be absolutely brilliant, Monkey. Hey, well, hang on, why aren't you a mod? Yeah, that would be an idea. I was thinking like tubers versus subscribers would be a good session to have. There you go, you're monkeyed up. Yep, there we go. The link's in there. He's streaming Amiga tonight, Velociraptor says. So I hope this has been relatively successful, guys, and a little bit entertaining and informative. Let me know. Obviously, if you liked it, thumbs up. If you didn't like it, thumbs down. There'll be comments space. Any ideas, I'm open to, as long as it's not man love. And thank you, Clansman. I appreciate you very much, sir. And any suggestions and any people want to do this, what I've just done with Monkey, I'm more than happy to do it. It'd be Monkey Man Love. I'd be more than happy to do it. It's nice to get other people's and not famous people's experiences because we all have a story to tell. So I think I'm going to end the stream now, so I can have a cuppa. I've not actually had any tea, have I? I've not eaten yet. I'll have to go and kick the wife. And join me in the bath anytime, says Mikey Smith. Mikey, I'm streaming from the bedroom. Mikey's going to be streaming from his bath. Just don't drop your phone in the bath. So I think I'm going to end the stream here, and I shall hopefully be streaming again sometime in the week. I'm going to be doing some test streams with hopefully with the help of Mikey, so I can get this video issue sorted out. And thank you all for joining me. So it's as in the words of the great Field Marshal himself, Novabug, it's